Okay, so for today's video, I'll show you guys the top most OP builds. Let's get to it. Alright, so the first build that I think is one of the most OP right now is Sanguine Art and Midnight Blade. I am pretty surprised that like few people use this build, but check it out. You can use this build with any stun fruit like Dark Ice or whatever. Here's another variant. Yeah, I think this build is super OP, but super underrated. Alright, next is Rengoku with Sanguine Art. I think these two are super strong right now as well. Again, you can use these two with any stun fruit. Okay, so for the next one, I have one of my favorite builds right now, which is Gravity Cane and Sanguine Art. So by now you've probably noticed a pattern. Most of the meta builds right now are with Sanguine Art because Sanguine Art has a big heal, which is really valuable, especially for people who aren't Shark, Angel, or Cyborg. So this is the next build. Again with any stun fruit, Sanguine Art, and Curse Katana. The gun, it's up to you. I think Soul Guitar is probably the most meta right now because of the X move. And here's one with Soul Guitar. Alright, so before we get to the top 3, here is my honorable mention. Fruit mains, this may be the wrong video for you. Because of update 20 and the sword reworks, the metagame is more based around sword mains. But that does not mean that being a fruit main is bad. I still think there are a lot of good fruits. All of these fruits are good as long as you're good at using them. But since dough is the only one that I've seen people use so far, besides mammoth, and mammoth is doo-doo, I'll say dough is my honorable mention for fruits. If you're wondering about the fighting style and the sword, you can either bring God Human or Electric Claw, and Curse Katana or Spiky Trident. My next honorable mention is True Triple Katana. I think this sword is really good right now, one of the best swords. But I don't think it's broken. I think it does require some good combos. I think True Triple Katana is the most balanced sword right now. So let me show you guys a combo. Alright, so for third place, I will say God Human and Curse Katana. This build can be used with any stun fruit, or even better, portal fruit. So you can argue that the Sanguine Art and Curse Katana build is better than this. Won't disagree with you. Or you can also think that this build should be the #1 place. And I will also not blame you for it, because it is really broken. So here's the combo sequence right here. And if you have a stun fruit, you will stun them and do the same exact combo. So the reason why I put this build over Sanguine Art, like I said, God Human and Curse Katana is pretty much made for each other. They have so many combos. Like, it does not matter which move you start off with, you will always have something to follow up with. But the reason why it's also in my third place is when you start to fight people with higher bounties, a lot of them know how to counter this build because it's pretty easy to cantrick it. So I am comfortable with putting it in third place. Alright, so for second place, I will put Sanguine Art and Shark Anchor. I think Shark Anchor is really dumb right now. The Z move has really far range and really big AoE. So like if you are low HP and you can't fight, you can always just use this to just throw it out. And like 90% of the time you'll always hit your Z move because it's super easy to hit and it drags people in. Pair it with a stun fruit and Sanguine Art and you are pretty much unstoppable. Alright, so what you want to do is use the stun and then your Z move Honestly, I think the most broken thing about this build is the Shark Anchor Z move, cause like there's so many harassments with this right here, dude. You jump up, you can go wherever you want, and then you just throw this Z move every single time. And then it does a lot of damage too. It breaks Ken, it does a lot of damage. It pulls the enemy in even if you don't hit them. Like, oh, it's really dumb. Alright, so for my number one pick is a build that I recently just fought against, and I think is definitely the most broken build ever. And it is God Human, specifically Portal, and Gravity Cane. I think this build is super broken. It's pretty much undodgeable. Your best bet against this build is to just run and look for a opening to hit. Let me show you guys why this build is so OP, okay? Both moves of Gravity Cane has super low cooldown, same with God Human, except the C move. Alright, so what you want to do with this build is use your X move, find a good angle, use your Gravity Cane into God Human, and the C. After that, go right into your V move, okay? You are going to spam the heck out of your V move, okay? So let me show you guys again. You jump out. Okay, so sometimes you might not have your C move up. So what you can do when you come back out of your dimension, you can go straight into Soul Guitar. Your Z move should be up already. Use this. And then this. And then by that time, your C move should be up. And then you just do that. And then your V move should already be up as well. So you use this V move. And do the same thing over and over and over again. If you can't, just wait for a bit. And then start your combo over again. Like, this build is actually cancer. And honestly, I think the only reason why my C move is not up yet is because I have Pallet Helmet. Yeah. It's actually dumb. So yeah, that'll be it for my list. Again, this does not mean that fruit is bad now. Like, Leopard is still good, Dragon is still good, Spirit is still good, Control is still good, Venom is still good, Shadow, Doe, Blizzard, Rumble, Phoenix, Sound, Quake, Light, Dark, Fire, Sand, Ice. Like, all these fruits are still really good. But since all of these swords are reworked, they are just super good right now. So if you're a fruit main, I'm not telling you to switch into being a sword main. You do you. You can still get 30 million with a fruit. Alright, and that'll be it for the video. Like and subscribe. We are super close to 1,000 subscribers. So let's get it by the end of this month. Alright, peace out, y'all.